If you parents and teachers have a child that you're working with who is highly irresponsible and that concerns you, this video is for you. What's up? My name is Seth. SethPro.com. I'm an executive function coach in Colorado. I help struggling students navigate this thing called education so that they can have a great life. And if you have a kid who's irresponsible, then obviously, if they do not learn to be responsible, that can impact their life. So I want to talk about the most irresponsible person I know. When I was younger, I used to refer to myself as the most irresponsible person I knew. And I had a lot of shame around that. And I referred to myself as the most irresponsible person I knew because I was the most irresponsible person I knew. I got fired from places like Subway, Walgreens, the grocery store, a place where we went door to door with a bunch of really cool, fun people. I got fired from that. I got fired from a telemarketing job the first day. I couldn't get things turned in. I couldn't show up. I would tell people I would do something. I couldn't do it. I felt like the biggest liar in the world. I had a lot of shame on that. My story was I am the most irresponsible person I knew. Now, at that time, when I was a young person, I had a very fixed mindset. If you haven't heard of Carol Dweck's work on the word fixed mindset, it means that I just thought that the way I was the way I was, and I can't change it, and I'm just this worthless person who's never going to figure it out, and I'm never going to be able to have a good life, and I don't have choices for myself. Yet on the outside, I would act like I had it all together, get off my back, leave me alone, I've got this, how come nobody trusts me type thing. But inside, I was like really felt like I just wasn't ever going to be able to make anything in my life. And I wasn't, because the evidence was that I wasn't able to at that time. So I was a very irresponsible human being. And I thought that I was broken, that I needed to be fixed, that there was something wrong with me. So I used to carry that story. And one of the things that story did in a bad way is it enabled me to perpetuate that story. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy. I would use what's called confirmation bias, where I would look for evidence to support the fact that, yeah, I really can't do anything. Yep, see, there's another example. Yep, I give up. I'm a failure. I just can't do it. That was another one of my stories. I'm a failure. I can't. I'm a failure. So that was who I was. I was the most irresponsible person I knew. Now, if I tell you I'm going to do something, there's a 95% chance that I'm going to do what I tell you I'm going to do. My word is pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. And if I can't do it, I'm going to contact you and let you know that I can't. That's a big change, and that took a long time and a lot of effort, a lot of introspection, a lot of self-work, and a lot of executive function work to get this. So if you have a child who struggles with being irresponsible, what that really means is that I didn't have tools to be responsible, which really means that I didn't have executive function skills. I didn't have effective executive function skills when it mattered. A lot of times when it was something that was interesting to me, if it's high interest, I have plenty of executive function. But when it came to large goals and aspects of reaching those goals that was not preferred activities, I did not have these skills to overcome my own resistance and to be able to take action to accomplish my goals. I did not have executive function skills. Skills are built. Skills are developed. Skills are not motivation. Skills is not discipline. Skills is not making a decision. Oh, I just care enough and I'm just going to try harder. And now I've got the skill. That's not what a skill is. Skills are built and developed. It's like a muscle. And I did not have a lot of experience building and developing effective skills or tools for execution in my life. So now, if you have a child who's experiencing this, I would venture to guess that they, like me, also beat themselves up, even if they act like they've got it all together, that they feel pretty bad about themselves, that they feel pretty hopeless about certain things, and that they feel stuck. They feel the limiting belief, the fixed mindset of feeling stuck. Like, you know what, this is just the way I am. I'm never going to be able to do this. I'm not even going to try. This is too hard. I can't. I give up. This is stupid. And finding every single excuse in the book to resist, to push you away, to push anybody away who threatens that. So how do we unstuck ourselves? How did I unstuck myself? How does a young person who's struggling with responsibility or being irresponsible, how do they unstuck themselves to make some motion forward? First thing is mindset. To believe that I can. Okay, I can do this. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be quick. There's no magic pill. It's not fast. I can do this. I believe I can. Now, my thing about belief, Seth's perception of belief when I'm talking about manifesting or how we set intentions and create things in our life, my thing about belief is this. I don't have to believe what I want to believe 100% of the time, but I have to believe it 100% some of the time. So to me, belief and mindset is taking some time for a young person to learn the skill of saying, okay, in this moment, I 100% believe that I can do this. I can figure this out. I can grow. I can accomplish this. I can develop through this. I can work through this. I can build the skills around this. And then, we're going to get into imposter syndrome. We're going to get self-doubt and all that. That's part of the process. That's normal. But part of the time, we, you, me, us adults can go to the young person we're working with and be like, hey, I want to help you believe this. Do you believe this? Believe you can. You can. And what we say matters. We impact these kids. And when we don't believe in them, that impacts them too. Oh, they feel it. So we got to believe in them. So number 1 is mindset. Number 2 is foundations. So first we have to have a mindset. If we're going to get unstuck, we have to have a mindset that we can get unstuck. Next, we have to have foundations. We have to have skills. We have to have tools. We have to have the foundational executive function skills of planning, of organizing, of advocacy, of et cetera, the stuff I always preach about. So if we want to get unstuck, we can't just believe it. It's not woo-woo. We have to believe it, though, and we have to start building skills to implement. Next, it's very simple. We got to practice those skills. We got to maintain. We got to sharpen the sword. So is it really that simple? Yes. If you want to get unstuck or you want to help a kid get unstuck, it is those 3 things. That is what I believe. 1, we have to have the mindsets. We have to help empower them to learn and develop and practice the mindsets. They have mindsets already. They're just negative, self-defeating, resistance-based mindsets that keep them stuck. So we have to help them with mindsets. We have to help them with foundations and skills and tools. And we have to help them with maintaining those and practicing those and sharpening the sword and getting better at using those mindsets and those skills. Is it really that simple? Yes, it is. Is it easy? No. They will resist at every turn, and we get to compassionately and empathetically help them work through resistance, learn to understand what's going on with emotional regulation, help them with their sleep, their nutrition, their exercise, other things that affect them. But it is not easy, but it is simple. Those are the things we need. We need to help them with mindsets. We need to help them with skills. We need to help them to sharpen the sword. Now, I'm going to tell you 5 things I did. One thing I did to get unstuck is I had humility. I admitted that I was stuck and that I needed help. Number 2 thing that I did is I asked for help, which is very hard. But once you have a little bit of humility, you know you need help, you can ask for help. The next thing after asking for help is I receive the help. I can ask you for a cup of water. You can hand it to me. And if I don't receive it, I don't have it. I asked you for help. I asked you for water. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. I have to receive it. Okay. So I took the help. And next, I persisted. I continued. I didn't give up. And the next thing I did was I found meaning, which often isn't happening in what we are asking kids to do. When we are asking them to do their homework or read this book or write this paper, it is often not meaningful or purposeful. And that's a big, big, big problem. But what I did to get unstuck was 1, I admitted I needed help. 2, I asked for help. 3, I applied the help or I accepted the help. 4, I persisted and didn't give up. I had to keep going, even when I didn't see any results. It took a long time. And then finally, I found meaning in what I was trying to do. And I'm going to wrap up with this. There was a mentor that I had. His name was Red. He was a very, 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 very old man. He is now passed on a few years back, but he was very, very important in my life. And this man was a mentor of mine because he took an interest in helping me, and he wasn't just going to tell me what I wanted to hear. He would tell me the truth as he saw it. Even if he was wrong, he was going to tell me the truth. No matter how I felt about it, he was going to tell me his truth. And that kindness of being blunt and honest with me was so helpful to me. And one of the things that he said to me was, he said, find value in today. So a lot of our kids aren't finding value in the work that they have to do. And one of the hardest things for me to do, and I think for a lot of our young people to do, is to find the value in what they're doing. There's plenty of value in the work that they're doing, even if they don't like the teacher, they don't like the class, or they don't like the content. They have to look for it. And I think that was probably, of all these things, even though the humility was super hard, the choosing to find value in today was really hard. So I'm going to wrap that up. What I did to unstuck myself: 5 things. 1, humility. I admitted I needed help. 2, I asked for help. 3, I took the help. 4, I persisted. I didn't give up. I didn't just think, oh, I asked for help once and everything should be solved. Oh, it's a quick fix. No, I persisted. I kept going. I didn't give up. And 5th, I found meaning. I found value. Red said to me, find value in today. I had to work to find value. And now I have a life where I find so much value in the work that I do. And I love my life and I love what I get to do. And I feel like the luckiest person in the world. But that took work. But any of our students can get there. They can do this. There's no reason any of them can't do this. That we can all do this. We just need the right help and the right support. With that, my name is Seth. Where am I? Perler.com, executive function coach out of Colorado. If you like what I'm doing, please share my work with somebody. Leave a comment below. How do you help students get unstuck? How do you get unstuck yourself? Let us know. Take care.